Hello everyone, it's Cover 32 Special. Welcome back to the channel. With all the holster reviews I've been doing and the magazine pouch review that I released not too long ago, kind of dawned on me. I hadn't discussed, my carry belt recently. I gave an initial on it, my thoughts on why a carry belt would be useful, but I hadn't updated that at all. So I thought this might not be a bad opportunity. If you look, I've got a lot of stuff on my belt. Oh, cell phone actually is not on at the moment, but I do carry it in a pouch. So I've got, in total, I've got a cell phone, this is a Samsung 10 Plus something, I can't remember exactly. A Leatherman multi-tool. I've got my Falco leather a 2-magazine carrier. And I have my Smith & Wesson Shield 40. For safety's sake, I'm going to clear the shield. So, okay. All clear. Set that aside. Just for safety's sake. Carry belts. Some people say you don't need a carry belt. You can get away with a heavy-duty leather belt. Other people say if you don't have a carry belt, then you're not being safe. I am not going to try to tell you folks what you have to do. If you choose to even carry off belt, whether it be a shoulder holster or, you want to carry a fanny pack, or if a lady's, out there, you want to carry, I guess this is, given the year that it is, 2021, guys, you want to carry a purse and you have a concealed carry purse. Not my style, but there's no reason why you can't. So, but let's just focus on you're carrying on your belt. Whatever position, whatever hand you choose. My thoughts on carry belts. I never used to think too much of it. And if I was carrying just the shield and just magazines, I'd say a heavy leather belt probably could get away with that. For years, I've carried my cell phone and a Leatherman on a heavy leather belt without having the other items on. In that application, a nice, thick, heavy, stiff leather belt works well for an extended period of time. Whether it's you go down to Walmart and buy the stiffest one you can get, or if you go to a place that specializes in heavy leather belts. I had one that I wore for a long time, made by a company that, I believe it was called Wyoming Belts. Loved it, worked really well, stood up to the abuse wonderfully. Only reason why I don't wear it anymore is because I got myself a Core Essentials reinforced carry belt. With that said, having all of that extra weight on, with having the cell phone, the Leatherman, the magazines, and the pistol, I have found this belt holds up really well. Now, it supports the weight, distributes the weight around my waist very nicely. Now, I do have to hitch up a little bit, but that's more of a, my gut's getting too big, I need to get back into working out. That's not a dig on the belt, that's my personal body shape. If I, wanted to, I probably could throw on a set of suspenders and fix that issue entirely. Not quite there yet in life. I'm sure at some point I will, and my wife will make fun of me for it. You guys out there that are married, I'm sure you know how that goes. As for, To conclude, I guess I should say, I believe a good carry belt is worth the price that you pay. Whether you go with the core essentials such as this, because I do like the fact that it has the track line system built into them. Because that's where if I'm carrying my shield, and this one happens to be an outside the waistband, I can adjust the belt easily to fit, and I can fit it nicely. Not too loose, not too tight. You know, Goldilocks, you can say. If I switch over to carry my SIG, you know, a P238, I can again adjust it to fit nicely with that. If I choose, you know, when I get my inside the waistband shield holster, I'll be able to still wear it because I do have enough leftover belt length to expand the belt out a little bit to allow that gun to be inside. So I do like the flexibility of the track line system. It does have small, you know, downfalls. I've noticed that if I sit for a while and then I go to stand up, probably due to, you know, my physical build and size, that I often have to re-click that belt, you know, one or two clicks, because the release mechanism is right on just on the underside of the buckle, and you just push on it a little bit. You know, it doesn't have a lot of spring force against it, so that's enough for it loosens up when I sit down. Helping my wife around the house, if I'm in the kitchen, I lean up against the counter, just at my height. The countertop catches that bottom edge of the belt and can, you know, hit that lever and loosen, you know, and release the belt. It doesn't come all the way undone, but it loosens up. So there are downfalls to this particular design, but I feel for myself personally, the benefits outweigh the negatives. I do strongly encourage anyone who is carrying or looking to potentially carry to look into, you know, a gun belt or a carry belt, should I say? Because you know, this is definitely not a duty carry. So this is more along for those that are non-professionals. They don't carry a gun for a living. That requires, in my mind, another step up in quality, because it's going to be that much more important, and you're going to have it, you know, although carrying is always important. You always want to have your, you know, items secure. Law enforcement has even more junk on their belt than I do. So that's kind of where that step up comes from in my mind. Anything else that I need to add? Nothing I can think of. So just, oh, yes. I believe I mentioned in the original review of the belt, this one is a synthetic core, not a metal core. So if you're going through metal detectors a lot, you can easily take the stuff off your belt and be able to wear it into a secure building. With my job, which I'm not going to go into detail on, I do have to go into government offices at times. So obviously I don't have my Leatherman or my gun or this kind of stuff on me when I do. But there's a lot of those offices that you have to walk through metal detectors. So you go through with a belt like this on it, and you beep. Okay, they check. They see your buckle is metal. They don't get any beeps around the rest. They realize, okay, it's just your belt buckle. We're not gonna, go overboard. But if they were to start getting beeps around the side and back, they might start wanting you to check a lot more detail to make sure that you're not carrying something you're not supposed to. So, good stiff belt, carries the load, and doesn't set off metal detectors in any more than a standard leather belt would. Kind of a nice, neat little package for what my point is. I encourage you to check out the Core Essentials belt. I hope everyone had a wonderful day. Thank you for stopping by.